Hello,
Brothers.
Megam is back. Chapter BA continues to make fans
Ahead of
excited.
launch.
Recently, there have been more
Recorded
strange
by a
images. Security camera at the play
These new
care.
images.
That's taking us to new areas of kindergarten,
As well as
revealing more horrifying images. It's happening here. The toys are crawling, as well as the horrifying gaze of some creature, which I'm pretty sure is the last boss of the game. Not only that, a game on the web. It has also been updated with hot new information related to the case. There was a boy in an accident while trying to escape from the kindergarten. And if you remember, then this boy, it's the one who's been tested to be the last intense nap in today's video. I'll do my best to analyze. The details were revealed in the video, security camera, as well as new facts related to your origin. The end is closed. And there's also some fantastic I've found evidence that shows experiment number 06 is a good person. They care about others, not evil. Guys, that sounds fascinating. If you are interested, doesn't it? Click the subscribe button. Which one? To support. Come on. Pressing register help Megam that then reached millions will be crusted to the "Are you sleeping with red gas?" Let's get this gas done. They're laughing to exhaustion. You should sign up for my game. It makes perfect sense. The computers that we're used to play AAG games. It's from Lippo, creative director of Playtime Toy Factory. That's why this computer. You can access the security camera system. It's also understandable. When you get in here, you will see a lot of pictures from different areas of the Playtime Factory. Before being updated, we can only access the camera located in the area. That's what we went through in the previous 2 games. For example, the game station in part 2. That's the central hall, where kids are taken by train every day to participate in BA experiments. It's disguised as 3 games. This is the mill that Mommy Long Lex plunged in at the end of the game. Before being tested, one number 06 dragged the body until recently, the camera images. Other areas have been updated. These are the places we're going to be exploring. In part BA, the first image, it's in a place that's kind of like a factory, with the cylinders going up and down. This place we've seen in a picture. It's been published before. I don't know what the function of this area is, but it's equipped with a lot of scaffolding. It's probably used for bearing. For these bulky metal tubes. At first, I thought they were used to break molds. With a smooth surface like this, it can only do one thing, is to force something out. Should be. These are the places where broken toys are used. They're sent to be crushed and destroyed. In fact, this place is very similar to a map of the game. That's destroyed toy. This place is set in an incineration facility to destroy their unused toys. Play Company. It's basically a very similar design to the Play coal plant. This place is designed with many and lifting contains many removed toy parts and other types of machinery because it's a place to burn and destroy. So this place has a lot of parts that make fire melting and other combustion methods used by Playtime to destroy toys that need to be removed. The next camera. It's recorded in a place that's certainly a prison. And once again, we've seen a different angle of this area in the previous pictures. That's this poster. I've analyzed it at length in previous videos. The worst thing about this poster is the creature on the floor. Whether it's stalking prey or it's being attacked by an even more terrifying creature. And more importantly, the last cruelly hooded cat. What are you doing with this body? The purpose of the prison. It seems to be used to detain disruptive children. Refuse to cooperate. According to the experiments that Play Care workers or maybe here, where the 7 experiments can't get to the market or used by the company to be taken to detention. That way they can't escape outside and unravel the mysteries of the company. No matter what it is used for, then surely the purpose of this place is extremely dehumanizing. And it's probably going to make the toys in crisis. Psychologically, you've noticed that the bodies of these toys piled up in front of a cell door, as well as scratches on the floor. The iron door was knocked to the floor. So I guess the story here is there's a monster here, and slaughter the toys that are being held. That person may be thirsty, because this is the only creature we've seen. There are claws. There's actually boxy. But if you put it in, it would shake my theory. So I'm going to ignore it on purpose. You guys just ignore it and let me cut the wind. But also the carcasses of toys piled up in front of a cell. Then is it possible that the crusts have piled up with toys to make food for the creatures in Kia's cell? So what kind of creature is it? We all know. Catnap working directly with experiment a number then it is 6. The creature in the cell. This is a number 06 experiment. But that's not true. The last boss of the game came in a small prison, and they're fed like an animal. Brother, what's the theory about the creature in the cell? No, please comment below for Megam. I'm just like any other fan I know. It doesn't stop here. The prison camera has other images. You have to sit and watch for a few minutes. Then it shows up. That's a picture of a teddy bear crawling on the floor. It's crawling slowly and run quickly into the cell. The left of life. probably one of the 8 spying centers. It was revealed in the previous cartoon. There is also a bear, and his name is Bobby Bray. According to the description, care about others, and like the other smying crees, carry a fragrance so that the children can hug them easily. The smell of this bear is pink flowers. So if we encounter this bear in part 3, I don't know, it'll be a nice toy. Help the main character escape from Catnap reminds me to remember I haven't found a nice toy yet in both games before you. And we come to the image of the camera. It's finally recording the images in the children's dorm room. Play care. We've seen this image before, too. There's a big hole in the floor, accompanied by scratches. There was a giant monster rising from the floor and make the kids go away. And we seem to have seen this monster in the image of the security camera, even though he couldn't see the lines on his face. I'm sure the cat is smiling. In previous video Mega, I told you that Catnap has a special ability to stretch the body, and you can see it in the camera. It's stretching its body out from the floor. Touch your feet. He wants to look real. It knows the camera because it knows someone is watching. This is the first actual image of the cat that we are seeing, instead of just eyes. It's like in the previous trailers. It seems in the official version, the personality and actions of the Catnap will we just also be similar to. It'll stay in the dark. Watch your prey from a distance and wait for the right moment to grab the prey. According to what we see on the camera, I have to cancel the theory. The Catnap is as small as a stuffed animal, because in the Catnap video to fuck you guys. Above is my Megam analysis about BA new images captured by security cameras. Now we're coming to the information from the game AOG. The first is a report by a man called the Inspector. He is investigating the Tuesday Boys accident that I said above. For those of you who have forgotten, I analyzed that there's a 7-year-old boy named Tuesday Graham electrocuted accident. He almost died trying to escape from black hair guys. It was wrong to make you do this. This is a number 6 experiment, and that's what helped Tuesday escape. By the exit door, play care. You need to have the people open at the same time. With the Tuesday boy in a coma and full body electric shock, the likelihood of recovery is very low. Then employees decided to bring the boy's consciousness Experiment 1A for the purpose of make sure the kids at Playcare sleep peacefully. Stop anyone who tries to get out of here. And after becoming a Catnap, every time it comes in contact with an experiment, this toy is as good as a dog. And it often mimics the action of experiments. 6. Back to Inspector Geared Lockhart's report. Then after Sai made and helped Tiro escape, there are rumors that have detained experiment down to the deepest level of the Blightum plant. Yourself. The inspector is not sure about because this the Blightum company didn't allow him to investigate. It seems that the company's board of directors hired him. Investigation to placate public opinion. People, factory workers are more assured not to find out the truth, because they're afraid to investigate further. Even more terrible secrets will be revealed. Next is our own investigation of Tuesday Boy. The boy was described as a lonely child. I don't like playing with other children. Autistic type. And the boy's also stupid, naive, and often talking to a friend. Imagine you know that too. Tuesday's friend didn't imagine. It's a 06 experiment. And according to technical reports, Tuesday Boy stole to rap hacks to PCS green gloves. Looks like one for him. The rest is to give experiment a number 06. They also dismissed the possibility Mark Smith was the Tuesday Boy's accomplice. According to the inspector, Mark Smith is stupid. Sometimes being stupid is also an advantage, because no one thinks a fool can do it. The whole life. The investigation led us to the play care exit. It's underneath a tunnel. It's used as an escape route while they're building this place. And Tuesday's accomplice left his mark. It's a blackbird's nest, a viscous and very sticky liquid used to make asphalt. It's at the entrance. And for some reason, accomplice with Tuesday Boy standing right in front of the tunnel to get entrance. But he didn't go in. According to the investigation, these marks are not left by humans. The witnesses said that it's a big monster. As reported, the T-Man didn't know anything about the experiment. It's only Megam that I'm sure of. The report is not over yet. They found the second rat pack left by Tuesday's accomplice. Was it thrown away to go back to the boy? Or the alarm goes off? That made this creature panic and run away. No brothers. There was no alarm in the tunnel. Security camera. The security forces didn't know. If the goal is to escape, this is an opportunity. There is 1 in 1,000 years. But that guy left everything behind and turned around. What to do inside? That's how. I'm stuck in a dilemma like this. It turns out that the Kia creature came back to save the boy to the staff, to expose itself. And the escape plan is ruined. If experiment 1 number 06 and the Tuesday Boy died. So the inspector concluded that whoever is behind it, he really cares about the boy. Thanks to experiment a number
2 is a new
alive, and experiment 1 number 06 gave up to get out of the factory and come back to save lives. So it turns out that the 1006 experiment
Then we have to go
back with hypotheses about the true identity of the 1 number 06 starting with director Ludwig. He wants to bring back his lost daughter, but everything goes to a dead end. Essence from poppy flower. It can't be revived for the lab rat, so people need to do experiments. Stronger hands. That's why the 06 experiment was born. However, before this experiment, an unexpected event happened. What this means, the game has not my guess yet been revealed. That Louis also died suddenly, even though the director died. But the rest of the scientists on this continue this experiment based on what Louis left behind, and they gave Louis' soul into the body of the experiment a number 06. We've all been familiar with the description. Experiment a number 06 is an extremely intelligent and cunning creature. Many times almost escaped from detention. It disables the camera to get into the dead corner of the room where the camera can't record. Invite people to open the door to check. However, this plan failed. People lock up bad Kia employees in the room before number 06 went exit out, and there's no need to say Kia's employees were brutally ripped apart by After reading the report above, Mijino realized that experiment in 06 does not lose humanity. It still retains a characteristic. Can't get lost. Director's Ludwig. Its love for children. It's ready to go. Chance to escape from the play coal plant. It's something he's tried so many times to get back to. Save the boy's even though Cho knew that he would be detained. Stricter than before, and there's no chance of escape. From here, I've also figured out the real motive for the experiment. Brothers. From the beginning, is to resurrect the daughter of Loot director Playtime took advantage of the death of the late director to make living toys. Very likely, the business situation of Playtime is going down. So they need to think of a new kind of toy to revive the company's sales. It's about making living toys, and they use the orphans to carry out this scheme. And of course, director Ludwig now, in the form of experiment 1, not happy with this, seeing the children, that the self is extremely to be dissected experimentally. Experiment in number 06 and massacred the entire staff. Cause a tragedy.